So today, what we're gonna do, and I'm gonna make this a little bit bigger because I can. Um, is we're gonna play a couple games that I don't know. The titles just made me giggle. Um, so the first one is the Gerbil Riot Act of '67. Uh, in my literally 30 seconds of being, well, what is this game? Apparently, Paul Harrison wrote in Dragon magazine that text adventures all were sort of named the same thing and about the same topics, and so gave out a list of titles. And one of them was the Gerbil Riot of '67. And so after a while, Simon Avery decided to make the game. So let's get started. So Gerbil Riot is '67 by Simon Avery, who has a couple other text adventures to his name, at least on Moby Games. AFIO, which I'm not sure what that means, and the title is attributed to Paul Harrison. You live in a home, not your average middle of the street home, but a home for the confused, i.e., an asylum. You were put there after being found guilty of instigating the Great Gerbil Riot of 1967, a heinous crime. You have a hobby, escaping. To date, you have been unsuccessful, but you decide to give it one last try. Type info for more information. Okay. The treatment room. All the inmates associate this place with pain and suffering. Threatening machinery glares at you from around the walls. One cupboard in particular demands your attention, and a body slumped on the floor brings back uneasy memories. The open doorway is south. Cue the player. I was just checking to see if there was a solutions or hint file, so if you have hints, I'm always all ears. If you have bad hints, like, I'm also all ears. So cue the player. Okay, your turn, Napoleon. So let's start with info, since that's what it said. Some verbs used in Gerbil Riot are a bunch of very standard verbs that I'm not going to read. Bribe is kind of interesting. Paint is also interesting. Cuddle is just my MO in general, so that's cool. Low in is look inside. Low un is look under. Lobe is look behind. We have get, examine, and look. Thank God that there is examine. Okay. Well, the open doorway is south. One cupboard in particular demands your attention, and a body slumped on the floor brings back uneasy memories. Well, let's look, or actually examine, the cupboard. It's locked. Well, it would take all the fun out of it if it was open, wouldn't it? So I'm already kind of loving the way that this is written. A lot of these games, this is kind of an interesting time. At least of the games that I've played, they're starting to have some kind of sort of personality. I'm thinking in particular of like Amnesia. Okay, well, let's examine the body. Look down at the crumpled body. Oh my God, what have I done? You slowly realize that your punishment will be severe when this is discovered. Your penalty will be nothing less than reduced bedtime stories and no access to your teddy bear. You'll also notice, in typical detective style, that the body is wearing a white lab coat and has glitched out. All right, we'll do gargoyle. Sorry. Glad we figured that out now. And this is why I should double check. which interpreter it actually works with. But it will be just 30 seconds. There we go. Keep going. Oh, Twitch. Professional streamer. Here we go. All right, the open doorway is south. Let's look at the body. Hey, all right. You also notice in typical detective style that the body is wearing a white lab coat and has a syringe stuck into its arm. Let's just get the lab coat. I would if I could, but I can't. Why not? Okay. Examining the coat, it can't do that. Can we examine the syringe? It's half filled with a colorless liquid, or half empty if you like. Get the syringe. I got the syringe. So the cupboard is locked. I have a feeling that is something I need to find. And just for all the new viewers, more or less every other week, I have my wonderful streaming partner, J Ram, who is very valuable as a second brain on these kinds of games. So if you guys want to be a second brain, feel free. South to a corridor. In the white tiled corridor leading east to west, or west to east if you like. And a doorway is to the north. There's nothing else. Let's go west. Aha. You're trudging along the west-east corridor, thinking your own little thoughts. There's a door to the south and a way north as well. These player prompts are kind of reminding me of all the pet names that were in Violet. Not as Australian themed, I don't think. Let's go north. Oh, hey, I'm in a standard Bouncy Cell, from which the only available exit is south. I can also see Oswald the Ostrich. And the ostrich is in scare quotes. I am not sure why it would be in scare quotes. X. Oswald. A very strange case is Oswald. He stands bent over with his head in a fire bucket. Nothing special about the bucket. Talk to Oswald? Maybe I should have read those verbs better. Oswald's answer is very muffled. Get bucket. As you take the bucket, Oswald runs off, ruffling his tail feathers in a rather fetching way. Bye, Oswald. Okay. Back to that corridor. It's the end of the west-east corridor. Let's go south. I'm at the top of the stairs. You're at the top of a short flight of stairs. You can go either north or down. I await your advice. And, ooh, X machinery. There's machinery in that room? Or is that machinery? Ooh, okay. Let's go back to the treatment room. Yeah, threatening machinery. No dice. So that's definitely interesting. I wonder how much of that is gonna be this game is a lot of yeah, it's flavor text instead of actually something mechanical. Well, oh, I'm confused now. Oh, there was one more room. Interesting. So I went further west to a corridor. I was at the western end of the long corridor. Smaller corridors lead north and south. So I went south thinking I would get to the stairs, and I ended up in the chemistry lab. You're in the chemistry lab. Benches and Bunsen burners are all that's left. Remember that at the end of each experiment, things that can be moved or caught are returned to the stores cupboard to the south. The corridor is to the north, and there's Ratty Ralph. So, X the cupboard. Nope. Cool. Just flavor text. Or maybe I can go south. But let's look at Ralph. Examine our buddy Ralph. Beyond help is our Ralph. He wears a long flowing cape with the words Rat Man sewn into the left breast of his skin tight leotard. He crouches in front of the store cupboard, barring your progress in that direction. Let's talk to Ralph. The insane ramblings of a disturbed mind. Let me just double check these verbs. Talk, give, make, kill, inject, cuddle. Cuddle. Cuddle Ralph. But you haven't been properly introduced yet. Okay. I hesitate to inject Ralph. That seems mean this early on. I can whistle. All right. Let me just check my inventory. I have a bucket filled with sand from Ollie the ostrich. I have a half-filled hypodermic syringe. All right, I'll come back to Ralph. So what's north? It's just a small room. You're in the psychiatrist room. The corridor is to the south. You can see the psychiatrist. He probably can speak normally. We'll find out. And an old-fashioned bulb horn. The old-fashioned bulb type found on vintage cars. Oh, like a honka honka horn. Can I just take it? Okay, I can just take it. Let's talk to the psychiatrist. If I can type that on my first try, I can. Talk to the psychiatrist. I don't know what I expected. The psychiatrist asks you if you have anything to show him of your progress. Wibble, says the psychiatrist. What if I talk to him again? So he asks if I have anything to show him of progress. The psychiatrist stares at you intently before standing up and pretending to fly around the room, making plane noises. You remind him of who he is, and he returns to his seat, satisfying himself with one final rat-a-tat-a-tat as he blasts you with an imaginary machine gun. Okay. Can I cuddle the psychiatrist? Nope. Can I inject the psychiatrist? I feel like he might be somebody I should inject. No, that would be immoral. Well, fine. judge me. That's okay. All right, we'll come back to this guy too. All right. Now, if I go south, this should be, yes, the top of the stairs. Excellent. One day I will learn to put my starting square a little bit further to the right when I do my little maps. All right, let's go down. What's the worst that can happen? Halfway down the stairs. You're halfway down the short flight of stairs. You're now faced with a tricky choice, up or down. Oh, I can also see a rather large fire blocking the stairway down. Is it real? Fire. Hot. So I need to extinguish the fire with something. I am going to save because I'm going to do something foolish. Oh! Yes, sand. I am, however, going to do something foolish and see if I can't walk into the fire. That sounds like a good idea. What happens if I walk into the fire? Oh, there's but there seems to be a rather hot fire in a way. Extinguish fire with bucket. Oop. Maybe I can just extinguish it. How, pray tell? Oh, whoops. Fighting with the parser. Sand. So looking at the bucket, now that it's empty, sand, bucket, bucket, sand. Sanded bucket, bucket around sand. Simple. Can I just get sand? Nope. Empty bucket first. Empty bucket. Bucket of sand can't contain things. Well, no, the bucket of sand contains sand. Throw bucket at fire. You throw the sand onto the fire, smothering completely. The extinguish command is completely a red herring. The stairs are now safe for your fragile feet to tread the boards. Cue the player. Well, let's keep going down. Hey, it's the cellar. In the cellar. Cool. It's a bit dark down here. But enough light finds its way down the stairs to outline a doorway to the east and uncover the shape of a pile of crates. Alright, let's look at these crates. A large wooden packing crate with the word bananas stenciled on the side. It is open. Let's use the cool look in command. Loin. Please be bananas. Oh, look, a small piece of zinc. Exactly. The thing that would be in a pile of bananas. Get the zinc. What's the zinc look like? It's a thin strip of zinc, about 4 inches long and a half an inch wide. Okay. Well, there is a doorway to the east. We found a friend. You're in a dark and dismally damp cellar, which continues east and west. Shadows move threateningly, making you look all around yourself carefully. I can also see Count Crackers. Examining the... Oh, gosh! Examining the Count. Funny bloke, the Count. He's under the illusion that he's directly descended from Dracula. He licks his fangs as he eyes your neck. You've tarried too long! The Count swoops for your unprotected neck. His razor-sharp fangs dig deep into your vein to drink your blood. Whoops! Perhaps this will teach you not to play with vampires? You've taken 59 turns. End of Gerbil Riot. Do you really want to go through all that again? Okay. Yes, I do. Oh, please answer yes or no. Yes? No? No. Bye. Keep happy. And it just drops me to exit. Okay. Love it. I'm all about instant death, though. Why not? It sounds fun. Well, the good news is I should be able... Please tell me I'll be able to load. I'll be very sad if I won't be able to load. Oh, man. All right. Make this just a little bigger. Load. Restore. Restore. Whew. That was almost heartbreaking. There we go. All right. I don't think that was where we were at, but that's fine. No, it's not. Okay. So what do? We empty the bucket. No, throw bucket at fire. There we go. And then we go down. And then we examine the crate. And then we look in the crate. And then we get some zinc. And then we save again. Because I don't want to do that again. All right, and then we go east. And then we don't do anything, we just go east. Oh, okay. The Count lunges for your neck as you try to go east. So you step back quickly. All right, cool. I think I need garlic or something. Yes, I do. Because now I know that if I type no, it just quits. All right. So this is delightful, though. I'm not even mad. I've been much madder for some of the games that I've played. Okay, I go up. I go back up. I go north. I go east, and I am back to the white tiled corridor going east and west. So east, west-east corridor with a cell to the north and a large room to the south. And there's, when they say west-east corridor, they're still going further. Well, let's see who's in this cell. No one. Oh, hey, it's my own room. You're in your own rubber room. The padded walls show deep dents from previous residents. The corridor is south. I can also see a picture hanging on the cell wall. Well, gotta look at that. Examining the picture, it's a framed photo of your pet cat, rather a large photo, as your cat is very much a flabby tabby. Can I take the picture? You take the picture down from the wall and cradle it in your arms, stroking it for comfort. Is it in my inventory? It is. Well, if nothing else, a picture of a cat might scare a rat. What's this large room? In the asylum cinema, rows of hard plastic seats face the screen, upon which a film is flickering. So, cheating just a little, thanks to the IFDB's reviews, there were 3 hints, and the first hint was actually watch the movie and care about what the movie is. It's not just flavor text. Watch film. It's an early showing of one man and his dog. You watch entranced as a man whistles to his dog, then chases all the sheep across the moor. Whistle to dog, chase sheep. All right, what happens if we continue watching it? Okay, it is the same. That is very good. I'm glad that the whistle command was there. Can I just whistle now? Make a piercing whistle. A black and white collie dog appears and looks around as if puzzled. It trots off from whence it came. Okay. I don't know what to think about that. Let's just see. Can't look at the seats. No gum that I need to pick off the side, thankfully. All right, let's go north and then east. All right, the east-west corridor with cells to the north and south. This seems to be a very insecure sort of asylum. All these doors seem to just be unlocked. I don't know what to think about that. Let's go north. I'm in a cell. You're in a dreary and cramped cell. The door, which is open, is to the south. The padded walls seem somehow reassuring. I can also see X-Ray Johnson. Examining Johnson. Strange cases, Johnson. Claims he can see through solid matter. He is currently staring intently at the north wall. Examining the wall, it's asking me which wall. Oh, so now, wait, does that mean that I could examine any wall? What does that mean? Examining the north wall, see nothing special. Talk to Johnson. Okay. More insane ramblings of a disturbed mind. Cue the player. Well, what if I just go north? So there's nothing special about the north wall. Okay. We'll come back. We'll come back, buddy. Gonna one flew over the cuckoo's nest this whole thing. Let's see who's in the south. You're in a cell which is really quite amazingly drab. The doorway is to the north. I can also see Houdini Harry. Here you go, buddy. You're now an official part of the stream, Harry. He would appear to be tying himself in knots. He is wearing a straitjacket, by the way. Examining the jacket, a confusing contraption designed to totally immobilize the upper body of an uncooperative patient. My complete inability to remember verbs is saying open? With what? Okay. Still a confusing contraption. Open, eat, where, empty, bribe, cuddle. Cuddle, Harry. Okay. He's not the person I need to cuddle. There's one character or thing that I need to cuddle. Can I cuddle my picture? Okay. So that's just the generic, this is not the thing that you need to cuddle. Unlock jacket. Okay, so I need some kind of item for Harry to be let out. Oh, okay. So it's like a two-part kind of thing. That makes sense. All right. Another east-west corridor. It boasts a rather interesting doorway to the north. Well, if it's interesting, how interesting is it? Not interesting enough to be an item that I can examine. Going north, it's in the kitchen. You're in the kitchen of the Rubber Room Palace. The larder is to the north, and the corridor is to the south. Hey, we have a new... An ancient stainless steel fridge squats menacingly in one corner and hums threateningly at you. You can also see a milk bottle top. It's a small amount of local currency. Well, let's get that pog. 'Tis done. I await your advice. Oh, let's look at the fridge. Doesn't look like as if it's been used recently. My real-world brain is hesitating while I do this, but open fridge. You slowly open the fridge door and the light clicks on, illuminating your face. You watch as the ham grazes on the lettuce. My, this fridge really hasn't been open for a while. Something falls onto the floor. It's a clove of garlic. Get garlic. Cuddle garlic. All right, let's go to... Hello, siren going by. Let's go into the larder. You're in the larder. Nothing much to report except for a doorway to the south. You can also see a white blanket. I'm afraid. Get blanket. A standard white cotton blanket. Get blanket. I await your advice. What is my inventory right now? I've got a white blanket. I've got a clove of garlic. I've got a milk bottle top. I've got a picture of my cat. I've got a thin strip of zinc. A now empty bucket, no sand. An old-fashioned bulb horn. A half-filled hypodermic syringe. Which I assume the inject command is for. There's nothing else. There's just a blanket. Okay. And some old garlic. Let's go back to the corridor. Let's continue east. And I really should have saved. Well, that's fine. That's good. Good to know. We can just speed through this. This is fine. I'm fine. I'm not mad. You're at the end of the long corridor, which leads back to the west. The main doors block the way east. I can also see the front door guard guarding the front door. The guard stands up and escorts you back to your cell, telling you what a naughty boy you are. He locks you in after giving you a nice little something to make you sleepy. You remember nothing more. Okay. Yes, I do want to go back through all that again. Restore. Alright. So, got the zinc. Don't need to go to the vampire. Don't need to talk to anybody. Because the cinema just gave us information. What happens if I whistle right now? Yep. The cinema just gave us information. So, I just need to go to the kitchen and the larder and not go to the guard quite yet. Okay. Halfway down the stairs. Top of the stairs. Corridor. 1, 2, 3. Is there anything with Harry? No. 4. Kitchen. Open fridge. Get garlic. Get blanket. Get top. Oop. One more. South. Down. All the way down. And since I got through all of that, we are saving. Thank you, computer, for bleeping about saving. Alright, so let's talk to the vampire. Is there like show? Give? Bribe? Oop. Yes. Load. Oops. Restore. Bribe count with garlic. Nobody wants that. Alright, this is pretty brutal that it keeps throw garlic at count. You lack the nerve when it comes to the crucial moment. Okay. I'm not trying to play with vampires. Let's go to the restore. Eat garlic. You eat the garlic. I don't rate your chances at the next institution's dance. As a weirdo who eats raw garlic because I like the taste, yeah, fair. Got it. You're in a dark and dismally damp cellar which continues east and west. Shadows move threateningly, making you look all around yourself. Carefully. I can also see Count Crackers. The Count catches a whiff of your breath and runs away, his cloak billowing behind him in a most attractive manner. Well, all right. Look at these shadows. You peer into the shadows. What's this? Aha! A something! A small vial of monkey glands. Absolutely. Let's get it. Let's look at it. It contains highly experimental monkey glands for testing on high-risk patients. Absolutely. Yes. Of course. You're in a dark little tunnel that leads upwards to the east into daylight and back west into the gloom. All right, the last time I saw daylight, it was an insta-death on the other side. So save. Oh no. Well, thank you for coming by, Miss Chivos. I'm mostly just reading the screen text, but thanks for coming by. I'm really, really stoked. I'm really glad that I poked my head into the really friendly ifMUD. Everybody there has been super, super friendly every time I've been like, oh my gosh, hello. Okay. And I will. Aw, well, good. Thank you for being here. I've been looking into captions programs, and it's really just I have a very lo-fi computer, which was the whole reason why I started streaming text adventures, because I thought it was funny with people streaming like Elden Ring, which makes normal computers kind of choke, and all I've got is this dinky thing. So I've been looking into good ways to do captions, and hopefully I will find a good solution. Typing. So, okay. I saved. Let's do it. Let's go east. All right, you're in the garden. A cute little tunnel leads down into the west, and the garden continues in all other directions. All other directions means hopefully just northeast, southwest. North, to the garden. You're in the garden by a brick wall that stops any more progress north. It would seem the only alternative is south. You can also see an electric sheep. Let's examine this sheep. It's the latest electric sheep. Let's get that thing that I dream about. Can I just get it? I would if I could, but I can't. Let's whistle. Let's get this collie over here. To answer your whistle, a collie dog appears and, seeing the sheep, chases it through the wall. Both dog and sheep disappear, leaving a hole through the wall to the north. The garden to the north of a partially demolished wall. Shrubbery blocks every exit except south. I can also see a singing bush. What now? It would appear to be singing the Yellow Rose of Texas and dancing in a most unbush-like way. The descriptions in this have been just very light but very delightful. I'm stoked to have been playing this for almost an hour. Okay. Listen to Bush. You hear nothing unexpected other than that it's singing. Do I have anything that I can give to it? Honk horn. Okay. Doesn't know. doesn't know how to honk a horn. Well, it doesn't seem that if I hit info, it's going to do anything. Is this the thing that I must cuddle? Cuddle. Bush. No, it's not. Oh, I could have cuddled the sheep. What kind of verbs? Blow, light, fill, swim, throw. Press? Press, horn. Something exciting happens. No, not really. Oh boy. Alright, cue the player. I'm okay with coming back to him. I'm afraid that I might need to cut him down, and that would be sad. What does the shrubbery look like? Nothing. Oh gosh. If J. Ram were here, she'd be like, why didn't we do this first? Examine self. How do I put this so as not to hurt your delicate feelings? Well, you're not as pretty as some people, but you're a lot better looking than the slime beast of Thrall. Okay. Put blanket on shrub? What if I could? Okay. We'll come back. This garden's big. Let's go south. You're strolling pleasantly along a nice north-south path through the garden. I can also see Cone Man, the barbarian. Well, looking at Cone Man, a strange case, Cone Man. Has there been a normal case? He tried to mimic Conan, but misread his name. He wears a large traffic cone upon his head and blocks your way. Let's look at the cone. I can't. Can I get the cone? I can't. Talk to Cone Man. Always read your highway code, says the Cone Man in a friendly sort of way. Okay. Okay. Well. Let's just deal with that later. Story of me playing this right now. Alright, you're standing on a grassy, rather pleasant spot in the gardens after going east. A pretty little path winds its merry way west. You can also see a small lake. You notice the end of some rope which trails into the water. Look at the rope. The rope seems to be attached to something under the water. Look at the lake. I've measured it from side to side. 'Tis 30 feet long and 20 feet wide. You notice a rope emerging from the still waters. Pull that rope. You give the rope a hearty tug. Nothing gives, so you pull even harder. All of a sudden, pop! You fall backwards into a heap, while a long rope with something connected to it falls on your prostrate form. You stand up and see a small whirlpool in the center of the lake. Intrigued, you watch carefully until all the water has disappeared down a plug hole. Okay. A long wet rope. Can I get the rope now? Yeah. The plug has got writing on it. Read plug. The writing reads, The Guild, purveyor of fine quality adventures for the Spectrum computers. 760 Tyburn Road, Erdington, Birmingham, B24 9NX. Well, I have it if I ever need to read it again. And now there is an exit east to where the lake used to be. In a drained lake. You're knee deep in a stinking mud at the bottom of drained lake. Exits lead up to the east and to the west. So let's go east. There's more. At the eastern side of the dry lake, a eucalyptus tree stands magnificently here. Strange sounds float through the air. Listen, the tree is talking. Looking at the tree has no branches for about 20 feet, but does seem to have some sort of construction in its upper limbs. Talk to tree? The tree talks. Nobody loves me, it says again and again. Doesn't say anything else. Yes! Cuddle, tree. Feeling a mite silly, you give the tree a big hug. Something drops at your feet. We have found the thing to cuddle. What have you given us? You've given me an acorn, the greatest of gifts. Does the acorn have something written on it? It's a small acorn. Quite how it came into the possession of a eucalyptus tree, I'm not sure I want to know. The tree is still talking, but that's fine. Can I climb the tree? How, pray tell? Throw rope into tree. Futile. Rope up. Throw rope in tree. It's apparently long, but not 20 foot tall. Okay. Well, we got an acorn. So just to recap, we have an acorn, a long wet rope, a vial of monkey glands, a milk bottle top, a white blanket, a thin strip of zinc, an empty bucket, an old-fashioned bulb horn, and a half-filled hypodermic syringe. What are my exits again? Nope. Okay. Can I go east? Nope. Can't go north. Can't go south. Okay. All right. I'm gonna cheat. I got these 3 hints. Hint number 2. One puzzle involves putting several objects together to make a composite object. Trying to put the pieces together doesn't work. Just say make object. And then hint 3, and I think it's the same puzzle. You have to deal with the psychiatrist before you can do anything with Harry Houdini or Arnold the Annoying. Make something old school psychiatrist would be interested in, and then give it to him. You can't just show it to him. So, okay. I didn't. Oh, where am I? Garden. So, I did forget to talk to Bush. You try to engage the vegetation in conversation, but have no luck. Alright, alright. Before I get too far, definitely saving. See, now I'm invested. So I kind of want to think about, because I feel like I've gotten everything I can. It says I can't do anything with Harry until I've dealt with the psychiatrist. The only things, so we haven't dealt with Ralph, and I am convinced that X-Ray Reynolds, or whatever his name was, is absolutely right. Haven't dealt with Cone Man either. Okay. Nope. All right, but I am convinced. Wait, where am I? I got lost. You can either go north or south. North, west. Oh, yes. Especially since it explicitly said that the horn was like an old school automobile. I'm going to show picture to Ralph. I would if I could, but I can't. Well, that was my idea. Oh, I don't have the picture because I didn't go that way. Because I sped through that part. Get picture. Oop, that's the treatment room. South, east, north. Get picture. Knew I'd forget something. Just in case it flags that. I can't imagine it would. Show picture to Ralph. Ralph spies the picture and in true lunatic fashion runs away. I mean, while this has been old school in a couple of ways, at least all of these puzzles have made sense so far. It hasn't been ridiculous logic to get something. Also, thank you for everybody's help. as very simple logic is often lost on me. All right, so now we should be able to go south into the cupboard. You're in the store's cupboard. Strange and oddly shaped glass tubes share the shelves with pickled brains and unlabeled substances. You can also see a jar of acid. The acid bubbles happily to itself as it slowly eats its way through the sides of the jar. Get acid. Put zinc in acid? No. Yes. Let's go throw it at X-Ray's north wall. Okay. I think it's one more. Two more. Throw acid at north wall. Futile. Empty acid on north wall. Give acid to... Might not be wise. Give acid to Johnson. Nobody wants that. What am I missing? Open acid? Saving before I do something silly. Spill acid. Throw acid. Not a very nice thing to do. All right, X-Ray, we'll come back to you. I think going and honking the horn is absolutely the right idea. And now I'm not afraid of the cellar. In the garden, I think I added one too many. Yes. Oop. Cone Man. Okay. Squeeze horn. Press horn. What's our verb list? We have paint. We could paint with the acid. Unlock paint. Realizing that this is a mostly audio medium and I'm just mouthing the words to myself. Unlock paint, empty, bribe. Ooh, empty might be worth it. Bribe, attach, throw, extinguish, help, swim, whistle, cuddle, climb. Blow horn? I don't think that's how horns work, but... Barp. Cone Man quickly runs away. There's an exit to the south. I didn't know that parp was the sound a horn makes, but I do now. So we're past Cone Man. He is taken care of. The garden temporarily gives way to vegetables here, planted regimentally in rows. The garden continues to the east and to the north. A high fence bars progress south. I can also see a leak. Get leak. Turn leak in hand rhythmically to music. Please describe to me a leak. It drips wetly upon the ground. Okay. What's this fence look like? It's high, it's unclimbable, and it is of no interest to you whatsoever. It's kind of like the button that says do not press. I await your advice. The garden, again, exits to the east and west and run along the high security fence. I can also see Arnold, the annoying one. Well, Arnold, I think you're getting short shrift, buddy. A pathetic sight. He looks up at you. He's only 4 foot nothing. With wide eyes and cleft chin from years of non-stop drooling, it is clear that he wants something to keep him occupied. It's said that we can't deal with Arnold until we deal with the psychiatrist. Given all of the insta-death. What if I go east? Arnold tugs at your legs annoyingly to stop you from leaving him. Cuddle, Arnold. Okay. No more cuddling. The cuddle verb is over. All right. So I think at this point we have enough things to make something. I'm unclear what. We have a leak. Oh, okay. Putting several objects together to make a composite object. Trying to put the pieces together. Yes. Paint the wall with acid. I fear that we might need a paintbrush, but maybe we'll get lucky. It'll get us at least on the right floor. Up from the cellar. Up from the stairs. North to the corridor. East, east. East, north. Paint north wall with acid. Paint with acid. Paint. What do you want to paint painting on? Paint wall. Empty. Let's try that. Empty. Acid. Oh. I might have just soft locked. No. Well, where did I last save? In my, oh, I got this. I know what I'm doing. Okay, well, it was just at Arnold. So, good. This is not like when I soft locked on Plundered Hearts and needed to restart all the way from the beginning. Okay, so we dealt with Cone Man. We've dealt with Vampire. We have not dealt with the Guard. We did the Cinema. We don't have any kind of key, do we? Because there's the lock covered. Nope. Okay. Yeah. Let's dissolve the lock with the acid. Let's save when we get up to the next floor. Up the stairs. North. Corridor. East. Corridor. North. Back to the treatment room. It'll be like starting the game fresh. Okay. X covered. X lock. Okay. Empty acid on covered. Look at these verbs. Paint. Empty. I mean, emptying the acid did something, so that's good. I could cuddle the lock. Nope. Well, okay. So, I think I've got everything. So, I don't know if you're in chat still, Mischievous. Yeah, that's exactly what I'm thinking. So, we need to what? I don't know. It's such a questionable hint because I have no idea what that would be. I just keep coming back to, unfortunately, cocaine because that's all I think about when I think about like Freud. Ink blots. Shrinking heads. Oh, we do have a long wet rope. Swinging a pocket watch might make sense. Maybe there's some hints in. Whoops. Well, I was in chat, not on the right window. I just get the body? Okay, can't just get the body. Okay. All the way west. All right. Make watch? Sorry, you didn't attend the asylum's workshop for making little other than a mess. I know zinc and acid do something, but the hint says that it's make that object, not anything else. I wasn't blind. There isn't a walkthrough for this. Oh, there is a solution. Do we want to give up? Okay. Yeah. Yeah. And my first thought, as I flipped through it without reading too deeply, I always feel bad using solutions, but sometimes it's necessary. Swing rope. There's nothing sensible to swing here. Bribe, spill, burn. So I did see one thing. It said make battery. And that was my first thought when I saw zinc and acid. You can't make a battery with what you've got. All right, cool. Okay. All right, so I'm cheating a little bit, although this solutions is very, hey, here are the commands to put in and nothing else. So I'm always a little confused by it, but it looks like we need to go back to the garden, and there's more stuff in the garden, which I can't believe, but that's what it says. And I'm going to click away from that. That gave me enough of a hint to figure out what I am trying to do. East, south, nope. Through the pug instead of the rope. And down, east. Keep running east. Oh my gosh, keep going east. So for some reason, one of the things it said was to examine the mud. Mud, glorious mud. It's big, it's heavy, it's mud. You sing as the hands squelch deep in the soft ooze. But sadly, you gain nothing more than 2 very dirty hands. Oh, and a length of wire. So I think now I can make the battery. Nope, I can't. What am I missing for a battery? We have zinc. Oh, we probably need something else now that we have a wire. We have zinc, we have acid, and we have a wire. Probably need some other kind of substrate. That's not quite the right word, but it's the word I'm going with. Eucalyptus tree stands magnificently here. Just in case this is another. So it says drink monkey. You gulp the contents of the monkey vial down. Huh. Tastes a little like aniseed. What's this? A tail! I never had a tail before. Or hairy hands. Or a stoop. Or an irresistible instinct to climb wet ropes dangling down from trees. Throw plug at tree. Futile. Throw rope at tree. Tie rope to tree. You would achieve nothing by this. That is adamantly not true, sir. Tie rope to bucket. Combine. Wait, combine is not. That's not the verb I need. Construction. Nope, can't see that. Can I just climb the tree? How? Climb tree with rope. Throw rope at branch. I would if I could, but I can't. Oh, 2 strands of thin wire. Well, fine. Throw plug at tree. First taking the plug. I already had the plug. Get out of here. Acorn. A small acorn. Make head? No. Okay. How am I supposed to climb this? I give up. Am I just supposed to throw the rope with no... Throw rope, 'tis done. Climb rope. Overthinking the parser. You clamber up the rope into the branches. Press any key to continue. I am up a gum tree. I will never be mad at parsers. I was playing some Atari games for a while, and they were extraordinarily difficult just because the parser had about 20 nouns and 10 verbs. Up a gum tree. A splendid dray has been built against the trunk here. I'm unclear what a dray is. You can see a hole leading in, which is oh so conveniently about your size. You're inside a roomy dray. Yeah, I don't know what that word means either. Oh, the nest of a squirrel, typically in the form of a mass of twigs in a tree. I'm glad to learn a new word. Inside a roomy dray, boasting all the comforts of a modern day squirrel would need: an electric nut crusher, refrigerated nut storage. Talk to squirrel. Oh, hiya. Perhaps you can help me. The batteries on my hi-fi have run out halfway through my tape. Yes. Can't you take the battery from your nut crusher? I refuse to believe I cannot get a nut crusher. This is all that I want in my life. Okay, fine. So, okay. Can't make a battery with what you've got. What more do I need for the battery? Okay, yep. I do need another metal for the battery. Wow, we were overthinking the north wall as well. All right. Well, we now know how to get to this guy. So, run all the way back. Because we overthought this this door thing. Yep. 100%. Push north wall. You give the wall a push and it falls down. Something to do with gravity, I expect. The key. The ink. The secret room. A portion of wall to the south has been recently vandalized. You couldn't have given me one hint on that north wall to be like, it's set in, or something like that? Fine. Get key. Get ink. Get that walkthrough out of my vision so I stop looking at it. Talk to Johnson. Nothing left. Is he still looking at the north wall? He is still looking at the north wall. Where am I? Open cupboard with key. The rusty lock squeals in protest, but submits to the unwelcome key. The cupboard slowly swings open. Look in cupboard. Inside the cupboard, you find a rather boring strip of copper sitting on a shelf. Get copper. Make battery. I have to have all the things to make a battery. You put the 2 strips of metal into the jar of acid, and voila! A battery! That's exactly how a battery is made. You need nothing else. Before I do something stupid, save! So one of the things that I do, if I ever actually complete a game, and it has so rarely happened on these vintage streams, so thank you all for being extremely helpful. I do upload them to YouTube. Of course, I'm behind and need to upload us playing through Violet. Especially since Violet was just delightful. But that way, hey, at least, it exists. Okay, so we're in the treatment room. We got all the things. Can I have to go north or down? Yes, down, down, down. East, east, east. Keep running east. Oh my gosh, so many times going east. Obviously, there's wires in the mud. Up, in. Oh, hang on. Climb rope. In. The squirrel is here. Give battery to squirrel. That's no good. How am I supposed to attach it to the hi-fi? I cheated. When I saw the whole squirrel thing, it was right here. Exactly, with wires. Putting things on the badly made battery would achieve nothing. Give squirrel wires. Nobody wants wires. What are our verbs? Make, kill. Oh, I don't want to do that. Attach. Attach wires to battery. You fix the ends of the wires to the battery. Give battery to squirrel. The squirrel takes your battery and attaches the wires to the hi-fi. Loud music follows. The squirrel takes a tissue out of his fur. After blowing his nose heartily, stuffs it into your pocket. Thank you, squirrel. Nutbush City Limits pounds out of the hi-fi in glorious Technicolor stereo. A tissue, bless you. Man-sized tissues for the man in your life. Dance. Boing, said Zebedee. Wait, is the squirrel's name Zebedee? No. The squirrel is lost in the music as it dances with all the skill and enthusiasm of an electric chicken. Squirrel gonna talk to me? Nope. Can the dog pop up here? The dog can climb the rope. Okay. Ink blot, yes. Make ink blot. The ink is blue, like most of your jokes. Well, that's as much as I'm loving Nutbush City Limits. Nutbush City Limits. No ink blot. I mean, but there's ink and there's paper. Spill ink on paper. Spill ink. You spill the ink on the tissue and blow it about to make a rather pretty picture. A tissue with some ink spilt on it. Wheel, all right. Now we are getting somewhere. We've gone all the way back. We've gone up, so we've dealt with the tree. We have dealt with the lake. Save. I was just talking with J Ram about how the main thing that I want is some kind for when I level up on Twitch is just so that people could spam save. I've watched other streamers where it's been extremely useful. In the psychiatrist room. Give psychiatrist tissue. The psychiatrist takes your picture. Ah, yes. It shows considerable improvement. Here, have a sweetie. You take the proffered food. So we have a small key. I still don't know why we have a leak. I'm going to mute for 2 seconds. I live right down the street from the police station, so and the fire station, so I get all the sirens. Yeah, what is this sweet? X sweet. It's a small piece of soft fudge. All right. So I've dealt with the psychiatrist. I've dealt with Ralph. We have Harry. I've dealt with X-ray. Nope. That's the asylum. One more over. That's Harry. He would appear to be tying himself in knots. Untie Harry? Oh, wait. The milk bottle top is also something we could try to give to the annoying patient. It's like money? What if we blow the horn at Harry? It just goes parp. Okay. Give leak to Harry? Nobody wants that. That's not true. Leaks are amazing. I get to Harry. A milk bottle top. Give top to Harry. Nobody wants that. What do you mean nobody wants that? It's a small amount of local currency. Okay. So right instinct, wrong patient, it seems. Might be doing this backwards. Harry grabs the sweet and wolfs it down, but refuses to give you the jacket. Mine, he says sulkily and hugs it tight. I don't have that anymore, do I? I don't. So this is the first little bit of moon logic. But it's not even that bad of moon logic. Inject. Sweetie. You inject the sweet. Give sweetie to Harry. Sorry, Harry. Harry takes your sweet and munches happily. He then promptly falls to the floor unconscious, releasing his grip on the straitjacket. We have absolutely been properly introduced. Please let me cuddle the sleeping Harry Houdini. All right. And I think we need to put the straitjacket on the annoying patient. Because he was like grabbing onto us and hugging us? That's my guess. Nope, that's cinema. All right, do. Really wish they at least numbered these corridors, but I understand. Nope. West, south, south, east. I feel like this is going to be a guess the verb. You give the straitjacket to Arnold, who seems happy enough with his present and wanders off playing with it. Which means I can continue east. The garden fence next to the path. The garden path next to the fence bends from west to north here. I can also see a matchbox. Well, let's look at it first. Only one match left. So the only thing that it seems like we have not dealt with is this guard. So we have a matchbox, things that we have not used. A matchbox, a leak, an acorn, a milk bottle top, the blanket, and that's it. We've used everything else. So, all right. So, up, up. 1, 2, oops, north. 1, 2, 3, 4, So the only other thing that I haven't... Oh, the other thing that we haven't figured out is the bush. Burn it all down. Also, wait, was that this game? Oh. Oh, maybe it is the bush. I mean, no one needs to hear the Yellow Rose of Texas again. Oh. This is going to be heartbreaking, but yeah. Heartbreaking also because I've gone up and down these steps many times. This is far before Fitbits, but definitely filled all the rings on my Fitbit in this game. Okay. Try. Yeah, well, I don't know why we have to do this, but it does make the most sense. Burn the bush. You set light to the bush and watch it burn. You wonder if it could be symbolic, but decide after a short while that you don't care either way. Please tell me there's something here. A path through the shrubbery to the east. That was the way through the shrubbery. More bush. Well, I guess east. Oh, God, no. Come on. Maze entrance. You're at the entrance to some sort of hedge maze. A large sign points east and a path leads west. You're in the totally impossible anti-escape maze. Exits lead off in all directions, and finding a successful way out seems most unlikely. Perhaps you ought to give up? Just the voice of this, even though it's been really, really short descriptions, the voice of the writing has been very nice. Okay. East is a dead end. South is a forgotten corner. You've made your way into the forgotten corner of the garden. The maze is north. A large gang of dangerous lunatics guard a small building to the east and frighten you for a minute until you remember that you're also a dangerous lunatic. What now, Mad One? I guess they did just save. Yes. Kill lunatic? I would if I could. What do I have? I have a leak. I have an acorn. I have a milk bottle top. Give top to lunatic. Bribe top with bribe lunatic with top. Bribe. Maybe I'm using the wrong noun. Gang with top. Nobody. It's money. Blowhorn. I think the acorn was just a hint. So if the acorn was a hint, things that we have not used are the leak, the milk bottle top, which might just be flavor, the white blanket, and that's it. Where blanket? 'Tis done. Okay, nothing new. My thinking with the white blanket was to look like a ghost. Yeah, good thinking. I'm gonna continue wearing this blanket though. What? It's a mine? Why? You emerge from the maze into what would appear to be an ancient tin mine, now ruined through years of neglect. All the buildings apart from a settling pit seem too far gone to be any use for you. Looking at the pit, made of finely crafted stone, it is roughly 10 feet across with a central hub. Enter the pit. That's not something you can enter. Down? In? No, none of that helps. All the buildings except for a settling pit. Is this just a long love letter to Wales? That is central hub. Maybe I can look at the hub. You find a pushable sort of button on the hub. Push button. The button disappears beneath your finger, and you hear a soft sigh from behind, followed by a quiet voice stating, "You rang, sir." X Tony. Talk to... Tony looks at you with a smile. Talk to Tony. If you want a tattoo, then I want some money. Give top to Tony. You give Tony the top, and he slowly and painfully scribbles a pattern on your upper arm. Then he wanders away. It's a small tattoo of something that defies description. Thank you, all-seeing narrator. Forgotten Corner. You found your way into the forgotten corner of the garden. The maze is north. A large gang of dangerous lunatics guard a small building to the east and frighten you for a minute until you remember that you're also a dangerous lunatic. Let's just walk through, stride through. Show tattoo to yourself. Show tattoo to gang. Lunatics crowd around you, poking your sore arm and comparing it with their own tattoos. Eventually, they stand aside. It's the treasury. There's no exit apart from the way that you came in. If you can't remember that far back, it's to the west. You also see a large wad of milk bottle tops. Get wad. X wad. The flattened silver caps are used for currency in this rubber-roomed hotel. Well, I think we have what we need. Man, the maze definitely broke my heart for a second because I thought it was going to be a maze. I, for one, am bad at mazes. All right, we have R.I.P. the bush. We have the garden. We have the garden. Oh, I should be able to go west. There we go. All the way back through the cellar, up, through the stairs, top of the stairs, corridor. Oh man, I do not remember how many times I just hit east. Save. So if I go east now, what will happen? Because I have to go east to get to the guard to be able to bribe him. Aha. Okay, good. You're at the end of the long corridor, which leads back to the west. The main door is blocked the way east. I can also see the front door guard guarding the front door. The guard watches you suspiciously for a moment before returning to his, quote, educational magazine. Bribe. Guard. With. Wad. The guard palms your milk bottle tops and walks off, leaving you alone. I'm going to laugh when these doors are just locked. Outside! You step through the asylum's doors and walk down the short path to the outside. You stand on the pavement and breathe deep the fresh air of freedom. Congratulations, you have managed to escape. Well done, you have taken 534 turns. It is the end of Gerbil Riot. We have done something that I have not done on any of the solo streams that I've done, which is actually beat a game. Thank you, Other Ollie. Thank you, Miss Chivos. Definitely need a well done I cannot believe that I actually got through a game. I'm going to take a probably 10-minute break, whatever the be right back is. And I'll figure out which of the other games I want to take a look at. I have a feeling I will not be able to beat it, but I kind of want to check it out. As much as I want to do one of these. All right. Yeah, good time. Stretch your legs, take the dog out, take yourself out. All right, be right back. Screen up. My microphone hopefully will be on mute so you don't hear me just like scrabbling back and forth in my chair.